You're listening to the Heated Bros podcast with your hosts, Casey Reeves and Joseph Ramos.
Hello, welcome to another fantastic
Heated Bros. Bow, bow, bow. I'm your host, Casey Reeves.
I'm Joe.
And Alex.
So, I found out, did you know there's another podcast called Sippin' Bros?
Yeah, I did find that out when I tried to search for our own podcast
did too.
on YouTube.
I was just curious if anyone else found it. I was like, oh. And it's not like a good thing you want to be near. It's like very political looking.
Yeah, it looks like they sip whiskey and spit right-wing
It does.
verbiage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
oh,
it looks
those.
really fucking bad. I'm like sitting here, I'm like, and
So in impeachment news, guys.
Where's our whiskey? Oh, I was a little angry. I was like, fuck.
We didn't do any market research.
We did not. I thought it was such an obscure name that who would have something even remotely the same.
Are you considering a rebrand at this point?
I don't know. It's pretty right looking stuff. So I'm a little worried down the road.
Why don't you just put like Heated Bros and throw a couple donkeys on there and make it all blue? And
Make it all blue.
I don't know. I don't know what any of your guys'
Put like
things are.
Trump's face with like impeachment on it. Impeach.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That was something I wanted to bring up just because I was like, well.
I have no desire
Fuck.
to talk about politics on a podcast.
Not even Joe Rogan's?
No.
Nah, I'll just talk about cannabis for a little bit and
Yeah.
call it a day.
You can talk about mushrooms and DMT.
Heard that yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get it.
We have a lot of trucks going through today.
Construction
it's
down
gonna
the
be-
road.
Yeah,
They're building sidewalks for the crippled.
for the cripply crips.
Crips.
We can just put a horror drone in so that
Just-
it kind of drowns it out.
Brrr.
The whole episode will sound like Paranormal Activity.
I mean, that was pretty
but you
smart
have
for
like
that budget.
fluctuating, like throughout it.
Yeah,
so-
it's only when the cars are coming by. They go, oh, God, and then something's going to jump out and scare us.
Do those like shitty scares at the end where that like thing with the white mask just like looks at the screen.
Those were so popular in the early 2000s.
Dude, the maze one got me and I never trusted shit ever again, ever. I just remember doing it and I was like, I'm gonna get it. It's like, well, and I was like, oh, and then I like fell back and then my chair got stuck while the speakers were on full blast blasting because I was like listening to whatever MySpace song that I had going.
It's so I think everyone has the memory of the first time they did the scare maze.
Yeah, dude. It was gnarly. Just because I remember getting stuck and I was like, fuck. Because I fell too far back and my chair hit the wall and just got perfectly locked.
But then once you knew about it, you could like fuck with your friends.
Just like-
that was the fun part.
This is your first time to the scare maze?
You're about to get shit.
Yeah, like, dude, try this maze game. It's super fun. And
Imagine
then-
if they made a horror. Imagine if they made like one of those
I think
horror.
they made like a weird little horror movie based off of it.
No, they did.
No, like a horror park.
A horror park like that.
Like just you're going through this maze, you're like, this is easy. And then just randomly at the end, someone's like, ah, and you're just like, fuck.
You just described a haunted house.
No, but it's gotta be basic. It's gotta be basic. Just a cornfield, nothing else.
Okay.
Like pure basic, because that's how that maze was. It's
I
just
think
basic,
I think
easy.
you just do like a bait and switch where it's just have like, hey, like
It's
just
family fun hour. Everyone brings their little kids.
You just have like the it clown just like chilling in the back going,
so he has to run up and grab the kids and
Yeah. My favorite haunted house gag is the chainsaw on the fence when they're just shooting sparks at you from like literally the other side of a chain link fence.
yeah.
like
That's my favorite gag.
I always love that, just waiting for one of those blades to break. I'm just like, when will those break and someone gets fucked up, man?
Do you know what I like?
Really good.
Was when we were out in Vegas at a
In Vegas.
The Haunted Museum.
the haunted museum.
Death. Dun, dun,
What was it called? Zach Baggins Haunted Museum.
Zach Baggins Haunted Museum.
Dude, is that the stuff where you
Recommended by
can't-
Blake Satchel. Highly recommended.
He said it's fucking fantastic.
You
Dude.
give it a glowing 5 out of 5 stars.
Do you know what else is getting a glowing review? Google Stadia. Not really. That thing is bombing hard.
Because it doesn't do anything.
And it only works with the special Chromecast that comes with the Stadia called like Chromecast Plus.
Yeah.
And the streaming like only had 10 games and then they threw in another 10 last second. And they're all old games that we're getting for like $5 to $10 on GameStop.
On consoles.
Yeah. And the lag is horrendous. Like one guy at Huffington Post went to like a high.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. And that thing was like dropping frames left
Yeah.
and right.
He was like high end and he just like pushed the space bar and then he's just like, and then a character jumped. And I was like, dude, that was a good 3-second delay. I was like, that's fucking a lifetime to video games.
Yeah. I could see them refining it down to where you could play games that aren't so time specific. Like, I don't know, some of the older console games I think might have a chance on something like this because one, they're easier to run, and two, the timing isn't so crucial.
I don't know. A lot of games are getting more in that timing because I think they want to put Red Dead Redemption on there, 1 and 2. And all I think about is how many times do you have to do those quick draw, like,
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's like mini games, but I remember it like becomes part of the story at times too.
Yeah.
So imagine do that. It's like, who go up, and he's just like, there we go. And then you're like, I'm running out of time, fired. Then he's just like, ah.
I could see it being very frustrating. And I think the reviewers that have it right now are pissed off because they all paid for like the platinum.
Dude, it's like 125, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, launch day was really disappointing, but I don't know. Google's very fucking powerful, so
Yeah,
I
but
think they could refine it.
But they've dropped many projects. How's Google Glass looking? How about Google Glasses?
I'm still a glass hole.
That's just like Google's notorious about dropping shit once it doesn't catch on.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
If this doesn't catch on, win. Like,
But Apple's working on glasses, so probably expect that to be a mass hit in the next year or so.
I don't think those will work. Not for a while. We already can't control texting and driving. Now imagine some dickweed watching porn while driving.
Imagine watching porn while driving.
It's just like
I
that.
already do.
It's like that Rick and Morty, the episode where he's got to die with Jessica, and he's just like walking. He's like, I need Jessica. That's that whole thing he's gonna be doing. I don't know. I think the glasses, nothing's gonna catch on for a while until we have self-driving cars. So that's
Which
where everyone
we
needs.
kind of already have, so
Yeah, but they're only in Teslas currently. And a
close
couple.
enough.
Muy expensive.
Just, that's fantastic.
But I don't think anyone, like, no one was expecting anything from Stadia, so I don't know why everyone's so pissed off about it. Because, like, everyone knew these were going to be the problems, and yet
Yeah.
all these big tech reviewers were still like, I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to shit all over it, and I'm going to get a ton of views.
Google lied about it. They're like, yeah, there should be little to no latency. They're like, it should be like 0.3 seconds, which is close to a regular console.
Which is bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Everyone knew it was going to be bullshit.
But I think
and
it's
then
just-
they were like, oh my God, it's bullshit.
Yeah, I think more people.
We only tested it out hardwired into our servers. So.
Yeah, I think the hard part is everyone believed in Google a lot quicker because everyone that tried it, there's a lot of Kickstarters that tried doing this, and they all flopped really hard. But Google's got the money, the time. They could have easily just been like, this is what we're working on. It'll be out in like 4 years. And they could have left, and I think everyone would have been like, oh, that's fantastic.
Well, I think they've been working on it for quite some time. But
Not long enough. I mean, they're using old games, and it's running so-so. I mean, imagine try running, what's the most current game I could think of that's pretty well, like Last of Us 2. Like, imagine if they got that. Oh, there went the sound blanket.
Sick tape job, bro.
I taped the fuck, man.
Sure.
It looks good.
It looked good for a second.
I know.
Probably use those little baby clamps.
Yeah, I had plans.
Probably should
Yeah,
have.
they're right there next to.
Fuck, Joe handed me tape and shit.
Anywho,
But I don't know. I think Stadia will. I don't think it's gonna catch on. Not with Xbox. For how expensive Stadia is, you're paying full price for the game, and you get it for however long. You don't own it. So if you're gonna
Right.
pay $60, do you want it permanently or do you want it just
Online
streamed?
only.
Yeah, and it's streamed. You can't download it. Stadia won't let you download it. You don't own it. So if let's say you bought Halo 6 on there or whatever, and Microsoft's like, never mind, we don't want to support Stadia, and pull it, and you paid for the $60, you're out. You're out. That you gave Microsoft the money, it doesn't matter. You don't own it. That's why I don't like digital games very much. Like a game I owned, I had to download it. It was called Sinking City, and it's really great, but they had to be pulled off the PlayStation and Microsoft store because there was a problem with the distributor. It didn't want digital sales anymore. So they're about to pull it out, and then when it got ported to the Switch, they're like, never mind. They like last second changed it, but it was about to be pulled where no one could buy it or download it anymore. So everyone had to panic download just so they had it. And that's why I'm like anti-digital sometimes.
kind of like what happened to all those vaping apps earlier this week. I don't know if you heard about that.
What is it?
But apparently Apple decided to pull over like 100 plus different little vaping apps off of their
What? I can't be
App
like cool,
Store.
be like fake vape, be like
Is it fake vaping apps?
probably.
it was like apps that like, you know, interact with like vaping devices and
Oh.
stuff like that. And
Dude, that's some high end vapes.
Yeah.
App controlled vapes.
How many hits am I taking? 200 in the last 2 minutes. Fuck, rookie numbers.
I want to change my LEDs and shit like that. Yeah, they pulled all those off.
Interesting.
See,
Yeah.
and that kind of fucking sucks for some people because if they have it downloaded, they're safe. But if you
Yeah.
didn't download it, you're fucked. You don't get that anymore.
Yeah. I always kind of wondered how that worked with specifically cinema. Like lights have a lot of app control now, like RGB lights and even like some lights like this. You can use a phone app. And like, do those have to go through some approvals process or they just like download from this link?
I don't know. That's what we're gonna have to wait and see from the future. Everyone wanted apps, and now we got them, and now places don't want them anymore. Like Google Store, they're all sick of the shit. That's a wait and see. Might have to download some third party one, get some viruses.
Well,
I'm looking forward to it.
He's like, I got that new
so it's all like I just
touchscreen.
wasted $200 on this vape pen that
Can't control anymore.
now it's just stuck on green.
Fucking pussy shit.
The son walks by. You're colorblind, aren't you? Fuck you.
I know my colors. I went to kindergartens.
I got the education, but yeah, I don't know. I think that Stadia was just too soon. Not when Xbox. You can get all the Xbox original games for I think it's like $10 a month. No, I think it's less. I think it's $5.99. I don't
And
remember.
PlayStation's doing that too with some games.
Yeah, theirs is $10. I know Xbox was cheaper. I just don't remember how much.
Yeah.
I know PlayStation was like 10 or 11, and Xbox was like in
And
the
then
$8 to $10 range.
The Switch one is just kind of weird. It's cheap, but it's like really old games.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, and then you know they start putting out GameCube shit next year, and you're like, yeah, okay.
I'd be so fucking excited for that.
SSX tricky. Let's fucking go.
I need amped.
Dude,
What I need is some Wave Runner on there.
I shred SSX tricky. Don't fuck with me.
I need Metro Prime. I miss those on the GameCube era.
I was
Does that
trying
have
to
a
think.
GameCube?
There's not that many great GameCube games.
There is. There was Smash, Metro
Mario
Metro
Sunshine.
Prime.
Oh, and
Yeah.
then what are the great games for the Switch? Smash, Metro. You're like, oh, fuck, I don't need that.
Hey, I didn't get to play any of those. I didn't have a GameCube, so I'd be fucking thrilled.
It's the same game, but a little worse.
It's pretty much true. Did you like the classic Animal Crossing? Here's the classic one again.
Nintendo's been milking the same 6 properties for
Dude, they have been.
30 years.
See, the worst part is there's that Zelda game that was pretty good too.
Breath of the Wild, and then the new one.
Wind Waker.
Yeah,
Wind Waker is pretty awesome.
Wind Waker was great.
It's
And
like the
Twilight
old
Princess.
one, but
Twilight
it's
Princess.
new.
Yeah.
And then they had the remaster of Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time on there too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Which would
those,
be-
those are all great.
Yeah, that's a little bit. It's fine.
Oh, but there was Pikmin. Pikmin's not on the Switch.
Oh
Right?
yeah, but I think they're coming out with a new Pikmin though. Maybe. I
Ah,
don't know.
fuck.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Pikmin's great though.
Get a Switch for nostalgia.
Pretty much. Pretty much. So, Joe, how's Pokemon's going?
So good.
Pokemon's.
It's pretty good. It's pretty fly.
Nice.
It's pretty fun. There's a lot of some weird people online on Friday, but I haven't played the game. Yeah, it's quite enjoyable.
It's online. It's online.
Yeah, part of the game's like online. You do like raids and stuff like that, which is pretty cool.
Joe's like, I kept dying.
No, not yet.
Look, I'm tired.
But yeah, I don't know. It's been fun, and it's been like super time consuming, and which is great. You know, when you're like trying to go to bed, and then you know all of a sudden you're all like, oh shit, it's 4:30 in the morning.
What am I doing with my life?
Going on these like raids and shit.
That's how you know you're playing a good game.
Yeah,
We're just doing a lot of work. I've lost time doing that. That's how I was editing that Star Wars video. It was like 4 a.m. and I'm like, fucking render. I'm like, fuck. I'm so tired.
But yeah, I don't know. It was weird because like I went Thursday evening to pick up the game. Beforehand, I stopped into the store to just kind of pay off the pre-order, and the guy's all like, "Hey, yeah, come back. You know, it's not gonna be busy or whatever. You know, type of deal." And I think he was just kind of like referring to like all the shit that had been going on with the game. And then, you know, lo and behold, I show up and there's a massive line just wrapping around the building just for this game. It was kind of like, oh
It sure
shit.
wasn't for Star Wars.
No, because that was they did that earlier in the night, so they had them like separated. Yeah,
I just got mine on Friday the next day.
yeah.
I didn't give a fuck.
Did you digital download it?
Nope. I got the physical of Star Wars because Best Buy had a good deal where I could get Star Wars Deluxe Edition for the regular game price if I bought it on physical. It just gave me like more skins, but I was like, whatever. I was like, it's the same price. I might as well just.
More skins.
And it comes off a documentary, which I'm interested in, on how they made the game. It seems pretty cool. I like watching anything about making video games because I just love watching the dumb motion captures where they've got the dots and they're in these huge suits and they're just like, let's fight.
I have a question about that. When you're playing a video game and it cuts to like real footage, does that piss you off, or are you okay with it?
Like
It depends.
like cutscenes or like actual video.
So like they'll try to like put a filter on just like real footage of the person they motion captured.
oh, like in Call of Duty and shit like that. Well, I don't know. I think
Call of
they've
Duty
done it.
didn't motion capture.
I don't
too
know.
much.
There's some shit.
Specifically, I'm thinking about Control. And there's these parts where you like go to a computer and it plays a video and it tries to make it look video gamey, but you're like, they totally just shot that and threw a filter on it.
Oh, yeah.
See, I know there was
like
a
one of
game.
those like noise filters where it's all like
Yeah.
kinda- yeah.
I know a game that was real guilty of it, and it could have been smart if they were better at it. Was fuckers on an Xbox. It's where you got powers to stop time and stuff, and like the cutscenes were the real actors behind really bad green screen, and then they tried filtering over it, and you're kind of were like, what? And the worst part is they got big name people. They got Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. He was the villain. Your character was X-Men's Iceman. I can't think of that actor's name. And then the females, like the first half, it was like Natalie Portman, and then it switched to someone else. I'm like, did we run out of money? I'm like, we're really fucking shit up right here. Yeah, I don't know. It was smart, but then like you're just like you could just tell it was really shitty green screen behind them, and it
Yeah.
would happen every time. Like they'd be like, "Go hack this, the villain's coming," and then it would cut to like the Littlefinger actor running, and you're like, I can just tell he's not running. They shot from here up. He's just going like this behind a green screen, and you did like that little shitty filter.
Yeah. I think if it's done really well, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But
It's just, it has potential. Like, I think Fallout 4 did a little bit of it, and theirs was okay, but I got more annoyed when you have to hack a fuck ton of shit, and you just start noticing it more. I think it's got to be on minor shit that you're not going to touch 50 times. Because once you do that, you start catching on quick. Your eyes are like,
you start noticing
what's
flaws.
the corner? Yeah, you start picking everything because you see it fuck tons of times. I don't know. But gonna do your review, Joe. What do you give Pokemon? What'd you get? Sword or Shield?
I did get both actually.
What the fuck?
Fucking told you he would too.
Combo pack.
Which one was it? I don't remember what episode.
How different could they possibly
They're not. There's a
be?
gym leader different, and then the legendary's different. But you
Joe!
could breed them.
And then there's like 33 different exclusives.
But you could have gotten one version because I have Sword, and then I could have just caught them bitches for you and said that's the whole purpose of Pokemon. It wasn't to buy two versions; it was to go. I have this version.
I just
You
want
have
to be
this
very
version.
antisocial and just like play it in my bedroom and then
catch them
There's
all.
you don't. I don't even have to be over at your house anymore with shitty cords, Joe. It's over the fucking internet. You could just text me.
This isn't the Game Boy Color
Yeah.
where we have to have a dongle that goes between us.
I remember unplugging those last second so that the transfer would still go through and you still got to
You
keep the
still
Pokemon.
keep it.
That shit was awesome. That's actually in a list I'm making for future video.
for fun hacks.
But I think I'm calling it things you did as a kid. I don't know what I'm calling it yet, but that's its script name
I
currently.
feel like you need Game Boy Colors to demonstrate, though.
I'm just gonna
prove
take-
it, or it didn't fucking happen.
I'm just gonna take clips off
right.
YouTube and give people credit for some of
Go
these.
down to
The flea market.
Get some Game Boy Colors.
Nah, dude, those things are expensive. I really wanted to play Ruby without this sounds bad, without the emulator, because I heard Game Freak and Nintendo were attacking anyone with those. And I was like, I'm never gonna risk that. Like Nintendo's fucking not playing around with ROMs.
They're too powerful.
Yeah, and they're like Disney. It's like, don't fuck with them. Something bad will happen to you. And so I was like, well, I'll just go get like an old like DS or something. Get that game for probably a couple bucks. The game's $40 on GameStop because that's the only place you can buy it. eBay, don't even fucking try. They're like 60 because people are like, you can continue my game. Everything's maxed out legendary. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I just want my own game.
Why? I guess people buy that stuff.
They do.
But who?
I don't know. And then
Joe?
and the worst part is you're ranked one because the guy like
PayPal account.
And the worst part is like the game, they started it over, so they transferred all the strong Pokemon over, so you can play the whole game overpowered
level
as fuck.
99.
Yeah, even though they won't listen to you, they'll be like, "I'll do
Yeah,
whatever
you
I
can't
want."
do shit,
You can't
like-
do shit. They might listen to you, but
Once every
but he picked the starters, and he's like, "You still have all three, all leveled up, and the eggs." I'm just like, this isn't fun. But yeah, the DSs and like the Game Boy Advance still selling for enough where I'm like, fuck it, no. It's like
that-
$70 to $80, and I'm like,
Well, I don't know, I think it also depends on like the color and the edition and stuff like that.
some of them are regular, but people want them so bad for classics. Like I saw an original Xbox on eBay and in the pawn store, and they were going for about $80 too.
That's not too bad.
I think right now we're in that huge uptake of classic. Everyone wants classic consoles to replace stuff. So once that plateaus and tanks again, I think I'll probably snag it.
I've been getting interested in the sleeper PC, like those builds where they'll take the original Xbox case and then just tear all the insides
Yep.
out and build like a fucking insane PC in there.
Dude, it's
Close it back up and then use Xbox controllers
Yeah.
with like new AAA games.
yeah.
Or they'll take like an 80s PC that is like the white yellowed plastic.
Fucking massive ass bitches.
And then you open the case and it's all this fucking crazy water cooled shit. And
Yeah.
like,
I've always thought about doing that. I'm just not that smart. I can build a
know.
PC,
I don't
but
have the
man,
imagination.
So
I-
like, check out my gateway. You're
dude.
like,
Well, it's just like
and then they open the back.
like I tried it.
RGB.
Tried it with those original PCs.
Yeah.
Nope. Just because I started going, there's this huge gap over here because, technology's gotten to this point, and then like everything's loose, and I'm like, I fucked up somewhere. And then I'm watching YouTube videos and they're like, make sure to do this and this. I'm like, this is way over my fucking
Just
head.
fill it with more water cooling tubes.
Just
and then
more.
more RGB.
Yeah. I think if I was smarter and watched more YouTube videos, maybe I could pull it off. But no. I'll stick with my original. Just
Kind of
easy
gives
to
me a
build.
tan looking in there.
What?
Nothing.
They're
This
calling
light?
white. Getting a tan. I mean, at least the one thing I do like about PCs is I can play those classic games, like, which I'm excited. It comes out December 6th, everyone. Microsoft is releasing all the Halos on PC for $30. It's still called the Master Chief Collection, but you get 1, 2, 3, 4.
I thought they already had a Master Chief collection.
They did, but the Master Chief for Xbox is just 1, 2, and 3, and I think 4. But for the PC, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, ODST, Reach. You get the 5th one, which is about to hit PC, I think, January. You get it for $2. You just pay an extra $2 fee, and you get that one added to it. And then they said, what else were they adding? The weird spin-offs, the Halo Wars. They said they're going to add that too. And I was like, $30, and you got you got probably almost like 6 games.
I just feel like I've spent too much time on those games already. I don't need to go back and relive that.
See, I just want to play it so bad. Only because everyone's like, this Halo was great. And I was like, it was great. And I'm like, if we could just have the classic online. Like,
Yeah.
I remember people would build those cool maps where they'd be like, you're the zombie, go chase these people with shotguns. And Halo 5 never did that. You couldn't build maps until like way late in the game. And that's when I already got rid of my Xbox at that point. I gave it back to GameStop. Fucking disliked that console so much.
Yeah.
Give me that Switch.
Dude, that's pretty much what I did, man. I just swapped one for the other. I just told them it wasn't working, and then they're like, "Do you want another Xbox?" I was like, "No." I paid that extra $2 insurance just for safety, so I could return it. I was like, "Just give me a fucking Switch," and that was better.
I don't know. I'm kind of a little bored with those games that all kind of do the same thing.
See, I think I was like that until Modern Warfare, the reboot.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of friends go, "Hey, do you want to play on the PlayStation?" I was like, "Yeah," and it kind of just gave like this weird like nostalgia charge to me that I didn't expect.
Right,
Because I've been
that's all it
playing a
is.
fuck ton with friends, and everyone's doing the throwing knives again, where everyone lobs them to see if they can get kills. Everyone's doing dumb stuff again, and I enjoy it. The only problems are just, of course, overpowered guns and the map suck dick, but
That's always how it's
that's
been.
always how it's been. I just wish the community was more toxic. Because I was playing and the guy's like, "Good game," and I was like, "Man, I used to be called a faggot when I lost."
Yeah.
He'd be like, "You fucking loser, faggot." They'd be cussing up the storm. You'd be like, "Hey, I'm like 10. I don't know what half these words mean, man. Let me go start a dial-up to go see what half these mean." Bloop.
They're fun games, but I think I get tired of stuff like that where you're playing online. Like I used to just play for hours and hours and hours and hours, but now I don't have any friends, so I don't want to do that.
You can play with me and like the 5 security guides I play with at my job.
Eh,
You're like, yeah, I'd rather make my own friends.
I'll find some indie game. Those don't get clicks though.
You got to start writing reviews.
I'll review indie games that no one wants to see.
What I will say that PlayStation does makes my life so much easier for editing.
Video capture.
Yeah, if you double tap the capture button,
Yeah.
it records it, and then it does like I think a minute. Well, you can do all that, export it to a USB, and it renders most of it at 1080p and everything. It does everything because that's what I did. I put it in USB, stuck it in the computer, it put it in perfect order in the USB. It wasn't like it changed shit up because it said, "How would you like them download?" I was like, "Well, it'd be easy if it went down this row. I could edit quicker." It fucking did it, man. Like, I mean, to the T. I think the only hard part was cutting clips because it wasn't a big fan of that, but whatever.
Convert it to ProRes or DNxHX. I don't know what that. It's the format Microsoft likes.
Okay, see, I should have done that.
But have you ever been playing online and you accidentally hit the capture button and then you freak out and then you press a bunch of menu buttons and you're like, "Fuck, that online game is just gone now because I'm deep in the PlayStation menu."
I will say that is a problem, especially when I was
That
capturing.
button sucks ass and is like good for when you're trying to record a video, but I've never tried to record a video, so it's just like, I'm like button mashing a little bit, freaking out online, because it's always panic mode. That's how I play games. And then
Where's my coffee?
Yeah. And then I'm deep in this fucking PlayStation menu, and I can't figure out how to get back out.
That's fucking hilarious.
And when I get back to the game, I'm just fucking dead.
Sounds like a personal problem.
It probably is.
I don't know. I've hit that bad boy a few times. I've died in the new Star Wars because I was trying to capture stuff. And I'll double tap it, and then like this boss will land. And I'll be like, oh, fuck, I didn't push it enough time. I'm really in deep in this broadcasting bullshit.
Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like there's a few online games where that panic sets in. I've been playing, what's it called? Friday the 13th?
On the Switch.
No, I've been playing it on PS4.
It's like, please don't be playing that game on the Switch. It's already difficult on the PlayStation 4. I fucking couldn't imagine on the Switch.
Yeah, it's fun though.
Yeah.
But you know the panic I'm talking about.
Dude.
Jason's coming for you.
I don't like playing that game as much anymore just because the anxiety attacks get to me occasionally. Like, I'll just hate when I'm doing good, and then I'll just hear the music just like slowly.
Yeah.
What was that one game? Was it was Out something?
Outlast?
Outlast. I don't know if you've ever played that.
I wasn't
I
a big fan
tried
of
that
those.
game. They kind of suck.
Well,
I
it's
don't
just
know.
like I don't like the run and hide shit. I don't. Like
Give
if
me
I could
something.
like at least with Alien Isolation, I could stun them. Like you didn't kill them, but I was fine with you'd hit them and with the flamethrower and they'd be stunned for like 30 seconds and you could like go do whatever you needed.
Yeah.
But I hate when it's like you can't do shit. They're just like, oh, you have to hide your bitch, and it's like,
And I hate when this is a pet peeve of mine in that game when a computer character says the same line over and over and over, and you're trying to sneak past them, and you keep fucking dying on the other side because there's a horde of just like crazy farmers, and then like you have to go past this person, and she's saying the same like cult bullshit every time you pass her. And you're like, I'm gonna blow my brains out if I have to listen to this chick.
dude, I think the worst was the first Outlast. The final boss is like an invisible being or demon or something. I don't remember. And I'm amazed I beat this. Mainly me and my friend were drunk playing it. And I just remember like getting like you can't see it. And it's like, go touch the computer and you do it. And all of a sudden it's like the monster's behind you. It's like, but I can't fucking see it. And it's like, well, use the camera. It's dead. We'll find batteries. I ran out. Like, you didn't fucking give me enough. And then the game's just like, well, you're fucking fucked. And it's just like,
Yeah.
come on. It's like, give me some pity batteries or something.
Yeah, you gotta have those pity batteries around the perimeter of the boss battle.
You have to. I feel like you have to for something you can't see, and it makes you like hack a machine. Especially when I was on normal. I wasn't on like expert or anything where I'd expect that.
Yeah, even
Like-
normal on that game is just, it's brutal.
Yeah. At like the sewer scene, I think it's like not even halfway through. There's this guy that chases you, and as soon as you touch the water, he
yeah.
hears you.
Yeah.
And I hated that because you have to like parkour over shit, but you can't see shit either. So you're running, your guy's like, huh. And you're like, jump, what's the jump button? You're like, fuck it. All of a sudden the guy grabs you, he's like, I got you, bitch. And he smashes your face in. You're just like, I fucking hate this
Doesn't
game.
give you enough time to like actually find what you're looking for, because every time you get like a little bit of exploration and then this guy is just like, I'm gonna kill you.
Dude, it is. And then there's two of them. There's like this really fat guy. And I think there's like a guy with scissors at some point chasing you
Yeah.
too in the sewer. And it's like, come on.
That game's brutal.
Yeah, some people enjoy it. That's all you. But nah, I need Alien Isolation where I can at least stun
I
shit.
need clear gold.
I don't know. I think Alien Isolation was the perfect version of that. I recommend that one more.
I'll play that.
I think
Maybe.
you'd enjoy it.
I don't know. I like feeling powerful too. I like being having like a power that I can just like fucking smash
See,
shit through your head.
That's kind of what I liked about Isolation is you can like get your flamethrower pretty OP'd where you still don't kill them, but when you hit them, they run away and it's like, they'll be gone for 5 minutes. And you're like, I can solve anything now. Like, they just do a Resident Evil where they don't give you a fuck ton of ammo, so you kind of got to still be like, okay, they'll be gone for like 20 minutes, but when do I use this? So, I don't know. I think Alien Isolation was great. I think it's underrated.
People gave it good reviews. I've seen good reviews of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said they were going to make a sequel, but didn't make enough money.
A squeakquel.
The
Give them more money,
sequel.
people.
I think it's too late. It went to mobile. The mobile version, it's like Five Nights at Freddy's type. where you have to like close doors and shit. And then you have to guide Marines, and then they can always die. And they're like, we're losing. I'm like, you're a Marine. Fucking shoot it. There's only one of them. Come on. Corporal Hicks, do something. I will say I'm listening to the Alien 3 script, the unmade movie script that turned into an audiobook. Have you guys heard of that?
No.
So the original script was written out, and then I guess the director's like, I don't like that, and just was like, no. And the guy that wrote, I think he's part of 1 and 2, so he actually knows the fucking knowledge pretty well, was like, no, this is how this story needs to continue. And he's like, nope, we're doing our own. He's like, Ripley only. We're bringing her back as like clones and some other shit, and went really in depth on that. So that guy took that script, he kept it, and years later gave it to like Amazon and was like, this was what I was gonna make. Got almost all the original cast to come back except for Ripley. It's just a sound alike. But yeah, everyone else is played by the actual actors. They do it, and it's actually a really good story. Like, I'm kind of mad that wasn't the movie that was made.
So you're saying you didn't like David Fincher's Alien
Dude, I did
3
not like his fucking Alien 3.
with the little bull aliens and
And then, like, Ripley dying at the end, right? That's where she dies. Yeah, she's in the jail, if I remember, on 3, right?
yeah, it's the
It's
prison
the jail.
planet.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I wasn't a big fan of that, especially when you start listening to this one. It starts off where an enemy company accidentally picks up the ship after the second one. And then they're unloading everything, and everyone's like, there's an alien in here somewhere. And they're like, what do you mean? And they think they're psychotic. And then the android, what's his name? I can't think of his name. David, I think, right? He's like, oh, yeah, it was inside me. I didn't know, like, they could put an egg in me and it would still break. So the alien matched the ship more. It was more mechanical looking because it was inside a mechanical robot. And it says that whatever it's inside of it can copy its DNA. And I thought that was really unique because then this one was more blending in with the ship and stuff. So it was murdering people. I mean, it's only killed 3 so far for me. The others are like unconfirmed. Because it's like, oh no, what's that? And it's like, ah. And then it's like, back to this other character. I'm like, well, did they die? I can't see shit. I'm like, I wish you described shit a little better. Like, that's my biggest pet peeve. Especially, like, there's one point where these people speak different languages and they're speaking the language. And then I'm like, cool, when does it get translated? They're like, oh, that was a funny joke. I'm like, oh, fuck you, Audible. I'm like, fuck you and everything about you, man. It was like, what the fuck were they talking about?
Subtitle and audio.
You can't. And like the worst part is I tried even like they do have like the manuscript. Like I think you swipe up on Audible, it literally says speaking Mandarin. I'm like, fuck you even more, man. like why put that in? Like if I can't fucking hear it. It's not like in a movie where
You have to use your imagination. It was a really funny joke, Casey.
I know. There's the chicken cross the road and SpongeBob was in it all of a sudden.
Speaking of SpongeBob,
Keanu Reeves is in it.
What?
As a tumbleweed.
What?
That gives good advice or something.
new SpongeBob movie. Did you watch the trailer?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Dude, how does SpongeBob's animation look worse every movie?
I don't know.
Every movie it looks
I liked
worse.
It looks good.
It looks worse every movie. The first
What are you
movie
talking
was
about?
good. The second one was okay. This one, it just looks funny.
because it's all like CG.
Yeah. I'm not a big CG. Like, I'd rather have traditional. I like traditional looks. Like, have you seen,
More SpongeBob, cheaper.
what is it? Great Eggs and Ham on Netflix?
No.
Fucking great. It's fucking great. It's
It's not for adults.
No, it actually, like, it's got some, it gets away with some stuff. You know, you'll sit there and you'll just kind of chuckle and you'll be like, I can't believe that's in this. But they, that, I think, how much did it cost? I remember reading somewhere around like almost $1 million to $2 million per episode. Million to billion.
I don't know, somewhere in there. It's
Right
like
around there.
$1 million or $1 billion.
Per episode because they animated it traditionally. They drew every scene.
Oh shit.
And it shows. It looks great. And the only downside is the episodes are only like 25 minutes. And it's actually pretty good. And I was shocked by how I was like, this book's like 5 pages. How do you make this more than like
How do you make
3
it a
episodes?
season?
They make him a kind of detective. And there's like more about the green eggs
What's
and
up
ham.
with these green eggs and ham?
Yeah, because it like starts off like that.
You're wanted for murder, green egg.
It's a bird, and they stole the eggs. I don't know. I haven't finished it. I just watched a couple episodes just because I was interested.
Well, now I have something to binge watch while I'm...
I mean, they're
Binge
like,
watching.
right.
I like to have 3 simultaneous binge watches going
On his
at
like
the same
6
time.
screens. He's like, I got The Office always up here, Parks and Rec. He's like, new shit right here, Haunting on Hill House over here.
Well, usually I have...
I just have a Mandalorian on just.
It's like Netflix, YouTube, and then a video game in my hands. And that's how I keep the voices away.
This is your dad in the background. Alex, can't hear you. Turn up the volume.
Alex, you're watching porn. At least just change it.
I'm watching porn and The Haunting of Hill House.
At least put a towel over here while you do it. Oh man! But should we talk? Have you guys seen Mandalorian yet?
I did. My brother got Disney Plus and gave me the password after I watched like 1 episode.
They're going to come after you now.
Just one? You didn't
No,
watch
I finished
episode
both,
two?
but I watched one illegally
Oh.
because fuck paying for Disney Plus. There's nothing else. When The Mandalorian's done, what else am I going to watch? I own half those movies, if not more than that.
There's plenty
Yeah.
on there. Hannah Montana, Lizzie McGuire.
I think the only thing I'm mad about,
This is
Phil of the
what
future.
dreams are made of.
what is it? The
That's so
X-Men.
Raven.
I was trying to watch the X-Men, was it the 90s cartoon? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're out of order. It fucking drove me nuts.
That's
and they said they're going to
bullshit.
fix it, but I was like, because episode 1 and 2 were because you can't fuck that up, says part 1, part 2, part 3. So I did that, and then after that, it's like, Jean's been captured. And I was like, we haven't introduced all the characters. And then like I did the next episode, it's like, we're introducing Jean. I'm like, well, she was just fucking captured the last episode.
What the fuck's going on?
And I looked it up, and they said all the X-Men, all the shows, because I tried watching other ones, they're all out of order.
Not all of
Disney
them.
kind of fucked up pretty good.
It's just a few of the Fox ones, Fox-owned ones that were.
Does Disney own EA?
Yes,
No.
they pretty much do. I don't know, but they, for the contracts that they gave them, they probably fucking have EA wrapped around their finger.
EA.
Sports, we charge you for fucking everything,
ESPN.
which EA needs.
Which is...
Like EA thrives on that bullshit. Who's being traded? Okay, when making the new game, remember that guy's not playing with the Broncos anymore. Who's he playing for now? The Dolphins.
Let's just swap those skins out real quick.
Yeah.
And,
I think that's the
slap a
biggest,
new,
the biggest ripoff in all history of sports games.
yeah.
Hands down, you're
all they
just
do.
getting
That's all they
screwed.
do.
It's the same game every year.
Yeah, and all they're doing is changing skins, changing characters to different teams when they can just update that.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it'd be difficult to add a character in.
I think back in the early 2000s, there was a big jump from like 2004 to 2005 in terms of graphics and
Oh,
playability.
and the different consoles sometimes were close to then too.
Right.
I think that's fine.
when you get a new platform and you get a new engine running the game, it's a huge difference. But they could make that game every 4 years, and it would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Well, it's like those NBA games. I think this new one that came out, it's got the crazy gambling mechanic where it's actually like a slot machine. And they're like, it's not gambling. And you pull and it's like, and I'm just like, okay, sure. Like that's EA just flipping off everyone. You wanted to fucking say it was gambling. There's fucking
We'll show you
gambling.
gambling.
Yeah.
Microtransactions aren't gambling. Now pull that lever.
And no, it's straight up a slot machine. There's one of them. Do you remember that? What is it? When you go to like Dave and Buster's and there's that wheel that spins and you try to land on like the high amount of tickets or whatever with the lights. There's that version and you try to hit the highest player. And I'm like, that's fucking gambling. I'm like, just because there's a kid-friendly version for tickets does not mean you get to fucking abuse it.
I like gambling.
But
It's fun now.
yeah, that other one,
I
it's
went gambling once.
You're all like, I'm
just
hooked.
like,
I'm hooked, guys.
I'm hooked. I'm Ben Affleck hooked.
I haven't been gambling since.
We should go up to Cripple Creek. No.
That place is depressing, dude. Have you ever been there?
Yes. I won $3,000. Remember some old lady was mad at me. She was just like, you won? And I was like, I don't know. I got lucky. And she's like, I was on that machine for like 2 hours. I lost like $500. And I was like, well, I have it now.
That's poor life choices, ma'am. I don't know what to tell you.
I lost $10 and I started getting mad at myself. I was like, man, I
Yeah,
could've
that's
gotten
how
a pizza,
I am
man.
too. I'll lose 20 and I'm like, all right, time to quit.
Yeah. I think
Just one more spin.
the most I lost, and I think it was just because it was weirdly addicting, was the Game of Thrones one. Only because when you push the like, because it was a button, not a lever, it would be like, da 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 da, and it would blast so fucking loud.
Oh, play
like,
the theme.
and then the worst part is random quotes would come in. Like they'd be like, Jon Snow would be like, "I know nothing," and then it'd be like,
Winter is coming.
yeah, and then like, and it was the real actors, and then like, my favorite part is like Sean Bean's face shows up and he goes, "You lost," and I don't know why I liked.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you have to win the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I think who said that? I don't remember.
Cersei.
But each like real character does say it, and they do address you. They're like player, because it's they must have been contracted to do that, and they must be making money because my dumbass was like, I lost $5. I was like,
I have to keep going to hear more of these quotes.
I did. I was like, come on, Peter Dinklage. Come on, Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage is only for winning, which pissed me off. His
That makes
is-
sense. He's a winner.
It was. My favorite is if you lose a bunch. I think it like showed a random death, which made me laugh because I'm like, this season, like just like the show didn't wrap then yet. There's still like 2 more seasons left, and they're just like one of them was like he showed Sean Bean's character. It's like, you lose, and it showed his head get cut off. And I'm just like, what if no one?
Spoilers.
That's what I was like. What if no one saw this show? They're watching all these deaths. And it was like, I mean, it showed every death. Like I think one of them, if you win a bunch of money, it showed Joffrey start choking, and it's like, you're on fire. He's like,
Yeah. Oh, great. I get to play with all my favorite characters. What? No.
but I think that's the only one that's addicted, only because of the stupid shit that they made, like
Yeah.
winning and losing. Just because you're like, well, I want to see more. And then after I lost like 25, I was like, I'm going on YouTube. I was like, I can get my satisfaction through YouTube.
Yeah.
I think it was just more fun at that moment, just to be like, what's this? What's this?
When you get those little tickets that say how much you won and you take them up to the window to get your money, they're always like, "Are you sure you won?"
Dude.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
I have the ticket.
I hate when old people like wait to see if you even grab your ticket. Have you ever seen those people that like walk around?
They're
Dude.
like waiting to grab your ticket.
Dude, I had one lady I like was adjusting to just like grab my beer, and then I didn't grab my ticket, and she's just like leading it in. I was like, back off.
Excuse me.
And she was like, oh, I thought you were about to forget it. And I was like, no, I was gonna grab my drink, grab this, and then walk to the machine over there. I was like, fuck you. I
Old
was like,
ladies.
ugh.
Old ladies in casinos.
Dude,
Well,
they're
it's
gambling
all
away
like,
their pensions.
Oh, hey, you're so fun.
What's that?
Yeah,
What's that?
okay, I'm not into you.
You want to take me to Best Buy?
Gas, grass, or ass.
I'll take you to Best Buy.
There's a nice leather couch in the back by the TVs.
There's a bunch of fridges we can put our stuff in.
You can slip the customer guy $20 and he'll put on your favorite adult movie for you.
But we got good news for Alex. Alex
I know. I'm excited about this.
he gets
Even though
the
this
Blair
game,
Witch on the PlayStation 4.
Yes, and I'm gonna
That's what
play
I've written
this.
down. Let's see. I forgot what the release date was.
It's soon,
I
but
thought so. December 3rd. That's right. Sorry.
yeah, and
Because that's the spookiest month ever.
December 3rd.
Hey, that's the same day Halo when the PC comes out. Conspiracy.
Good day for gamers. But that game got bad reviews, and I haven't watched anything since it initially got released on Xbox and PC.
From what I saw as the bad reviews, it was just like really dumb shit that probably could be fixed.
That
like,
needs to be fixed, and I'm hoping that all that dumb shit has been fixed.
It should be, because they should just port the newest to the PlayStation.
Yeah,
That's
as soon
normally
as
how
you
it does.
install a game, it usually updates to
Yeah.
whatever the latest firmware.
So it should auto do it, or at least wait. I'd wait like 2 days just to make sure that everything.
I'm not
goes
waiting
in.
2 days.
He's like, I'm gonna play this.
Buggy as fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know. Most of the bugs I saw were pretty funny. Like one guy's like, I forgot what the dog's name is. He's calling it, but it's invisible. And then it's like, pet the dog. And the guy's like, where the fuck's the dog? And then another time a guy was like solving a mystery and then started like getting like, I don't know, like the world starts changing a little bit and he got stuck on a tree while it was changing and he goes, well, fuck. So then like he was stuck and it was like, the monster's chasing you. And he's like, well, I can't see it because I'm stuck in the human world, not in fuck world up there.
And I think this is similar to the film industry where horror games don't get the budget that
They don't.
mainstream games get.
Well, I think this one was kickstarted.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Something like that. And I know like Friday the 13th had a ton of bugs in it when it first
Dude,
dropped.
they were so great.
And
They were so
I feel like this one has had enough time to where it should be
Same
mad
thing with
decent when it comes out on PS4.
Dying Light. I thought that was a great game. And it had a fuck ton of bugs. I remember I'd be like running and be like, you got stuck on a bear trap. And I'd just be running with the bear trap on my foot. And then I'd be like, oh, just gonna keep going. And then the enemy.
Stuck.
I don't know. And then the worst part, or well, the better part for me, which I felt bad for the guy trying the killer, whoever character he chose, he couldn't grab me because I was stuck on the bear trap. He'd be like, disarm the bear trap first. And he's like, oh, and I'd be like, oh, I'm just going to sprint to safety. You're fucked. So people used to just throw bear traps down and then just like get stuck and then run around because then you couldn't kill them. So I don't know. I think glitches, if they're like that,
Fun glitches.
they're fun. As
that
long as
are-
you don't screw anything up too bad, if it's fun, whatever.
You can still play the story.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I think if I call it the Fallout. Like if it's fun enough, it makes it funny, everyone's willing to deal with it. You can't pull Mass Effect Andromeda where the faces are all fucked up.
I don't know what happened with that. What happened with that?
You didn't know? So they didn't render the faces completely. So like they would be weirdly glossed, but the eyes would be like bulging out.
Hyper
and stuff. Yeah. And they were just like, this game wasn't rendered. And then like at certain parts you could see watermarks across the character's face. And you know, it'd be like, I don't know what they all said, but like one
Unreal
of them.
Engine.
Yeah, shit like that. Shutterstock. And it was just hilarious. And then like some of them it'd be like I remember it was like, do you love this person? And it was just the teeth and the eyes. I was like, no, I do not. This is some nightmare
funny
fuel.
of those, like, yeah, they're
They're fun. They're like, it's funny in Fallout just because there's hundreds of characters and you see one, you're like, oh, whatever, I killed it. But when it's a character, when it's like, do you want to romance them? It's like, please no. And it's like, you must romance them.
I don't want to see this cutscene.
And yeah, and it would render like that. They'd be like this, and be like, oh, it's the like, we're making out. You're just like, oh, like it gave nightmares, man.
I dated a girl like that once.
It just, Alex, let's kiss.
Braces.
Dude, I used to have that weird, unnatural fear of like braces hooking when I found out that was fucking nearly impossible. Fucking cartoons fucked me over.
They'll get your lips, let me tell you.
Dude, I know.
you see the scar right here?
Want to know how I got
Fish
these
hook.
scars?
I made out with a girl with braces.
This girl I knew.
We were drunk. She had braces.
Of one Corona. I know that's what you had. That's all Coronado ever had.
We
I
had
swear,
tequila and
parties.
Gatorade.
Oh, damn. That was the other one. It was either Corona or tequila and Gatorade.
It was great.
I hated that about high school. It was always the same three cheap ass beers: Corona
McCormick
and
no,
Mickey's.
Burnett's.
Burnett's.
Ooh, touche. That showed up once in a while.
Kool-Aid flavor.
Dude, I can already just feel the pukes I had back then.
The blueberry pukes.
I do.
You're like, oh God, I think everyone hates me now.
God, everyone's feeling it. They're like, I don't feel so good.
It was good times.
Right. How was it? Weren't you in California most of high school, or were you here then, Joe?
I was here.
Where'd you go?
Harrison.
Harrison? No.
They didn't know what
I
Burnett's
didn't know
was.
what the
over
fucking
there.
Burnett's were.
They had McCormick's, which is about the same,
Pretty
honestly.
much. And then you had the
Everclear.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Jungle Juice, baby.
fucking wipe the whole hard drive clean with that bitch.
Oh, immediately.
Dude, I used to hate going to class. They'd be like, we had homework. And I'm like, I should have touched that shit at all over the weekend.
I remember a camping trip, and we'd only been there for about 15 minutes, but we had made the jungle juice with like a bunch of Everclear, a bunch of like fruit punch and shit, and there was a girl already passed out in the river, and we had to go get her out of the river.
I remember a bonfire, like we didn't even light it yet, and someone was doing shots of Everclear. They're like, "You want one?" And then I just remember like fuck tons of people not being able to light it. They're like, "It won't fucking light." I'm like, "You have to fucking flip
Yeah,
the
you
match."
can't get drunk before you set up the tent and before you bake the fire.
Yeah. I was happy I only took like one shot, and I was like, okay. That wasn't great, but I didn't have to sleep in my car like the rest of the fucking idiots.
Those guys, still had a good time.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I don't know. I don't remember. I wish I could remember. That's like blackout drunk. What are we at? I forgot to set a timer.
Yeah, I don't know.
I figured
Well, we
we'll
still
end
got
on...
more topics.
We're at 56 minutes and 10 seconds.
All right, that's enough for our last two. I think I'm more excited, which if they get the actor, I like him a lot. They're making Disney's trying to make a live action Dragon Ball Z, which one, they have the budget to do that shit. And it's going to go on Disney Plus, which kind of sucks. And the actor they're eyeing is the guy, he's playing Liu Kang right now. He's Zack from the Power Rangers reboot movie. The Asian actor. I can't think of his name. He's new. Like, he kind of came out of nowhere. But I really like him because it showed him training. He,
I don't know if he was. He looks like one of those.
He kind of was. He's one of the ninjas for that Super Ninja show. Because I looked him up last night so I could like remember his name and see what he did. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
he did.
he was on that XP show, wasn't he?
Yeah. And I was like, because he was next to the guy that played Gar for Titans season 2. Because the guy that played Gar was the main person and he was like the villain. I don't know. So he's a new actor pretty much coming up and he's playing Liu Kang. And I follow him on Instagram now because he shows his training. And I found it pretty impressive. He was like, he wanted to do the unrealistic kicks where they could like hit back, forward, back, like, you know, the video game. Mm-hmm. And it showed him trying to do it and learn. And he pretty impressively, it looked good. Like, I was like, wow. And I was like, I don't know how that works because you're hitting a dummy. It's not moving, you know. I was like, but he's training real hard. He's growing his hair out and he's like getting in super jacked shape. Like, he was already in good shape. And then all of a sudden he like was like doing shirtless trading. And I was like, wow. I was like, you went from like good shape to fuck, you look like Liu Kang from the video game.
You're like, I'm kind of blushing watching this.
Ooh.
That's only with The Rock.
I was skeptical at first, but I think
But
now I'm very ashamed and suicidal.
just like questioning everything. At least the dick's not rising. But I like him. I liked him in Power Rangers. Like, I was upset. They're like, we're rebooting it. I'm like, man, you had good actors. Like, just a shitty script. And I think they don't know which character he's going to play. But I'd be happy if he was more of a Vegeta. Just the more I looked at him, I was like, I was like, you're already playing a hero for Liu Kang. I want to see you play a villain. Like, fucking go all out. Go be crazy.
Go be Vegeta.
Yeah. But I think what always annoyed me is after seeing Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, all I kept thinking was, you proved we can make a good Dragon Ball Z movie. That's all you proved, Zack Snyder. I'm like, I need you to just go make that movie.
Except not Zack Snyder.
Just he's about to kill Vegeta and he's just like, Martha, why'd you say that name? No, he says Broly. We gotta go somewhere. And he's like, why'd you say that name? I killed him.
Bulma.
Bulma. Save Bulma. Why'd you say that name?
I flipped up her skirt when I was a kid. I'm ashamed. Me Too's caught up with me.
Dude, some of those shows that we watched as kids, I like look and I'm like, this wouldn't fly worth shit.
There's a lot of arm grabbing of women. Like, come with me.
Yeah.
I will say Warner Brothers.
Okay.
Who is it? Warner Brothers. They did a new. I was watching on the DC stream. I clicked on a show and it popped up a thing from Warner Brothers and it goes, when this was created, these events or something like that.
So Disney on a lot of their older material that they put up on their.
They're doing it too.
They're
Yeah.
more
platform.
racist material.
Yeah.
Yes, back in the
Zippity
day.
doo dah, zippity doo.
But yeah, they put up like little disclaimers, discussing.
Fuck out of
what I
it.
We
watched.
used to be racist.
Yeah.
We all used to be racist.
But yeah, Warner Brothers.
It wasn't okay then. It's not okay today, but
We don't wanna edit.
It's part of history.
Yeah, Warner Brothers started that because they wanted to put some classic Looney Tunes too, and some of those get pretty
Raunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Warner Brothers starting that movement, and Disney and everyone kind of going, hey, that's smart, and copying it makes me kind of happy.
Now we can make more money on our old racist
Yeah.
properties.
And feel okay about it.
Well, it's just like some shows. I think it was on Batman, the animated adventures. It's like, remember, we don't support this. I'm like, when does the show get messed up? And then it just showed Batman punching a girl, and he's like, justice knows no bounds. I'm like, touche. I do understand why this warning's here, because I don't know if that would be allowed. He beats the fuck out of some of these people, man. I think it was like Harley Quinn. He flipped through some boxes, and then she's like, you can't hit me. He's like, justice knows no bounds. And he started punching her face in it. And I'm just like, fuck. I'm just like, I don't remember fucking ever hitting her that much, even in the video games. Damn.
Yeah, it's all like they have that disclaimer on Dumbo. Mm-hmm. One of the crows
Because of the
happens to be named Jim.
Yeah.
Little black crow.
Jim Crow.
Yeah.
Didn't they sue and win about the crows and stuff? I thought they were almost won.
I don't know.
No.
I
I do know one of their animated films they haven't put up. It's called Songs of the South or something like that.
Yeah, it's where Zippity Doo Dog came from.
Yeah, and it's just
I swear I saw
if you watch YouTube videos of it, it looks like it's wholesome, and then they
It's
start talking, and you're just kind of like, ooh.
Doesn't the guy die? Doesn't he get whipped too much? Because he comes back and he's like, oh man, he's like,
Well, no,
I feel
it's
great
it's
after
like,
work.
Okay, so it's like these two little white kids.
Yeah, it's
who
like a
live
boy
in
and a
the
girl.
South, and it's just, but it's all these animated characters and stuff like that represent really, really
It's pretty
racist stereotypes of
And there's a homeless man that I'm pretty sure died.
no,
I'm pretty
Magic
sure he
black
died.
man.
Yeah, and he died.
Yeah, there's the magic black man in there where it's just really and they make him out to be super raggedy and shit, It's
Yeah.
just,
And he's like, I'm going to travel. And I remember him fading away. And I was like, was he dead? I was like, I'm getting the idea he was dead this whole time.
no, he's magical.
Dude, no,
Magic
he
black man.
was fucking, I'm pretty sure the innuendo is he was dead from racism or something.
No,
I don't know.
No.
Death by
There's nothing in that movie that was all racism's bad. It was just more hey, this is how society is. And you
Yeah.
just have to.
I don't know. I hadn't seen that in forever because I swear I saw it. And then I remember trying to find it again, and it was impossible to find. And I remember on YouTube, they're like, Disney made it disappear. And I'm like, Disney did a fucking good job because I can't find it.
They're the only entity that can actually scrub the internet.
Dude, they're pretty close. Well, I think they got luckies when they got rid of it. It was right before YouTube even took off. So right now, if anyone has the VHSs, that's the only way to...
I think my grandma has the VHS.
Does she have the penis aerial cover too?
I don't know what you just said, but probably. Oh yeah,
The Little Mermaid
I
or
do know what you're
something? There's
talking about.
penises all around behind her or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, she definitely has that.
Apparently it's worth money. Can get your whole new computer by selling that. They're worth.
I have the money. I just don't want to when you're buying a PC or you're trying to build a PC, you can get a very decent machine for $1,300 or something, whatever your price range is.
Could just get the one Didn't I send you the link to the one that you can just upgrade like I did? It was only $800, and then I dropped another $200 just to fix it up.
Or you can go to one of these boutique places and get an amazing looking computer for $2,800, and you're like, oh shit, this
And it
thing's
shoots
fucking
lasers
crazy.
and shit.
And the only reason I would maybe want to do that is because they're top specs and they can edit
they're with
8K footage, and then we could buy a red camera.
That's the end game right there.
The end game is always to get my hands on a red camera.
I feel like you've been trying for a while.
But I need a computer that can edit it, or what the fuck's the point?
Well, it's for high-end slow-mo, don't you need a separate processor, if I remember?
Not anymore. You
Not
used
anymore?
to need the red rocket, but now
Yeah.
it's kind of you can get like a 2800 or a 2080 RDX 2080 Ti.
Oh, okay. Because I just remember there used to be attachments in my old class. They'd be like, "You filmed in slow mo. Got to go in here first," and they'd be like,
Oh.
"Fuck."
Yeah, computers have come a long way.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
What you're talking about.
No, because even with I watched the slow mo guys. Shout out to them.
Oh, they shoot like crazy slow mo though.
Because I
shoot,
saw
like,
them. They had
thousands and
they had that
thousands
same
and-
machine, and he's like, "It has to go through this machine first." And I was like, "Fuck!" I didn't even think those things were still around.
Yeah.
Liquid nitrogen cooled. Oh, man.
Dude, they did glass shatter, and apparently that moves so fast that not even like, what was it, like 2.4 frames I don't remember. He got it so light that it was dark, like, because I guess the more slow mo and the more zoomed in you get, the
Darker.
like really crazy dark it gets. And they had like, I remember the way it was lit up, like they couldn't even show on the camera. They had to like use a shitty phone one just so you could see all the lights, and it was still really fucking dark. And I was like, fuck. And like it was cool to watch because it's like in super slow mo because you can see the water because they did cold water hit hot glass, and it was like as soon as it touches, like chink, done, and you're just like, it took 30 minutes for the water to touch, but not even like at the slowest he could do, you couldn't even watch it. It was just like schlunk. And I found that impressive. I was like, how fast is glass shattering?
Instantaneously.
Pretty much.
Faster than the speed of sound.
And then I think the last topic before I drop my phone of topics was Star Trek 4 is now, it's made by Fargo.
Yeah, it's by the showrunners on
Right,
Fargo
okay.
and Legion. I don't know if you've ever watched that
Legion was
Marvel.
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I liked it.
I don't get into anything that FX was making because I know Disney was trying to buy them out so they could fucking stop making shit shows.
Well, now they own them, so
Yeah.
FX has the boobies.
FX has nothing but The Walking Dead.
That's AMC.
Oh, that's AMC. Whoops.
FX has nothing.
FX has nothing.
It's always sunny.
They have It's Always Sunny.
Ooh,
That was
touche.
They're clinging on to dear life with that show.
Just Danny's to beat up. So I came in shooting.
Do you remember that commercial? And it was like, FX has the movie.
It still goes.
But it sounds like boobies.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then don't they
especially if you're like out of the room and you're just like,
well, I used to hate when they used to like put their logo in like movies and it would like make the scene look shittier. Like they'd be like, "What do you have?" And it'd be like FX behind there saying the movies, but you could tell that was like spliced in really shitty. Like they'd be like, "We put it on a rocket ship," and you'd be like, "Why?"
it looks so good.
Sometimes they have okay movies on. But
Like
you have
The
to sit
Walking
through
Dead.
commercials.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like this movie is only an hour and a half long.
Dude,
and
and it
6
takes like
hours
6
later.
hours.
Yeah. Sometimes when it's like a Sunday and you're just kind of fucking around cleaning up the house, you
Dude.
put on some FX and you watch all the
No,
shitty
no.
ads
FX
you've been missing.
FX made me have to watch Dr. Seuss just because, what was it, The Cat in the Hat Dr. Seuss? Because they're doing a marathon and I kind of watched it. That movie, like the longer I watched it, I was like, this movie's fucking funny. Like,
It's not bad. It's
wasn't
pretty
bad.
creepy.
It
but
is.
it's not bad.
I just remember like not liking it when it first came out. And then now that I'm watching, I'm like, I've seen worse now. That's probably what happened. And I was like, and two, I miss Mike Myers and this movie's fucking hilarious.
Mike Myers.
Like-
Before he lost his mind.
And did 50 Shreks.
Did the Love Guru and just could never
Yeah.
rebound.
The Love Guru.
No, he made a TV show that I heard did pretty good.
The game show.
Is it a TV show or is it like a game show? I don't know
was a
anything about
game
it.
show.
Okay.
And he played this character. I can't remember the character's name, but he would never break character and wouldn't even acknowledge that he
Yeah.
was Mike Myers on the show.
And I was confused because it was good makeup. And
Yeah.
they're like, "Aren't you Mike Myers?" He goes, "No, I'm this guy." And I'm like, "Am I being fucked with?" Because
They're like, "That's definitely Mike Myers, right?"
Myers. And I'm like, or is this just like an older guy that looks like Mike Myers and this is the running gag like
It was
that I'm fucking
really
missing?
strange. But it was produced by Lauren Michaels, so that was kind of the giveaway.
Yeah. If it wasn't for that, like if they were like, Nolan North made this, I'd be like, I'm fucked. I'm never gonna believe anything ever again. Like, I don't know. I think he needs to make a comeback here soon because Adam Sandler's making a movie that looks interesting where he's like a jeweler. I forgot what it's called.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Uncut Gems.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That looks great.
It looks fan-fucking-tastic. Let's go, Adam Sandler.
I know, and it's like
I think he's like one of those actors where I kind of feel like he could do a good job in a serious role because like
he did great on Spanglish. Fucking love that.
Fuck that movie. I'm talking about
Whoa.
What'd you hate about Spanglish?
Punch Drunk Love.
Ooh, touche. That was another good one.
Yeah. No, Spanglish is an awful film.
What was that one? Funny People.
pretty great.
Funny
It's funny.
People was
It's not
depressing.
nobody ever.
Funny People was okay.
Funny People was pretty depressing.
I think I was. Yeah,
It was,
I
like,
wasn't
funny halfway
expecting
through, and then like
the depressing kind of caught me off guard.
The Cobbler?
That was good. Yeah,
Did you even watch it, Joe?
it's
I
like
saw a trailer for it.
it was. Good.
You ass.
I just love when he because it was actually
It sucked. I saw the trailer.
it's like it sucked. He's like same thing for Spanglish.
No, I didn't watch Spanglish, and that was I actually turned that off because it was awful.
It's because it would hit home for Joe.
No, just it was a stupid movie.
And then
That's all I can say.
says the one that probably watched Jack and Jill all the way through.
Oh, I was actually drunk. for
See,
that.
I fucking knew it. You can't talk shit about one movie if you're not willing to finish it.
Dunkachino?
Cheeto.
Fuck that movie.
No, that was actually a pretty awful.
Movie
film.
was bad.
That was like one of those nights where it's just all like you get off work, we went to the bar across from the theater, got fucking shit faced, and then couldn't drive home.
Fuck, I missed
And
those
so
days.
it's just kind of one of those like, let's sit in a movie so we can sober up. And then you're like watching that movie, and then you're like,
The
"That's
last
sober."
time, the last movie I remember doing that with you with was American Hustle.
Oh yeah,
That was
American
bad.
Hustle. That was an interesting flick. That was like one of those movies I really wanted to like, and I
was
just couldn't
not
fucking
good.
like it.
Jennifer Lawrence saved that movie.
I liked it, but
Put it in the science wave, or what you call it, science machine.
Science Oven.
Science Oven. Fucking that scene killed me. I don't think I ever laughed so hard in the theater. I was a little drunk, but it was just like, I don't know how to work the science of it. I just started laughing. And they're
It's
like,
like
it's
burning down the house.
yeah. And then she's like, he has to like, who is it? Jeremy Renner, right? Is the one that unplugs it, or was it?
I think it was. Yeah, I think she was married to Jeremy Renner, right?
No, she's married to Christian Bale, but Jeremy Renner
yeah,
was
that's
always
right.
with Christian Bale. And I just remember one of them like unplugs it, throws it in there, and like,
And he was having that affair with Amy Adams, right?
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
that's correct. And then
Amy
doesn't she have an
Adams.
affair with some like mob guy, Jennifer Lawrence? That's like some no-name actor too.
Oh no! Like I think the thing was that like she was like she played like she was fucking dumb around him, but she knew exactly what the fuck was going on.
Oh yeah, because she played him at some point too.
yeah, she played him.
Yeah. I don't
You
know.
got played,
At,
fucker.
at the end when he was all like, "But what about the kids? They need a daddy." And she's all like, "They only need me."
Yeah. Fucking, I don't know. She saved that movie.
But yeah, she's the only
But-
good thing about that entire film.
And then it's like,
But speaking of like the movie industry, I guess DOJ is about to overturn some like really long withstanding movie distribution like policies and stuff that have been in effect.
Yeah, that's because a bunch of people got fucked on that online distribution deal.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah,
From-
now I remember.
What was it called?
Because the music industry is doing
Distribber.
it now too.
It was like Distribber or something.
Yeah, something like that.
A bunch of people paid for this service so that they could get their movies on Amazon Prime, Netflix. This company would take your movie and get it onto these platforms for
Or is
you.
that how porns are getting on Amazon?
Well, it's possible. But they went bankrupt and they owed all of these people that had paid money to get their film through the, what do you call that? Like the quality check.
And everything, yeah.
And so they'd paid like thousands of dollars to get their movies onto these platforms. And then they were owed a bunch of money because they can see all the stats online of like, this is how many people bought it for $3.99 or whatever. And so the company went bankrupt and owes millions and millions of dollars to all these indie filmmakers. And
Man, we
everyone's
could have
fucked.
given our indie movie in there and just been like, oh, see, you owe us money.
But yeah, they're trying to change some of the stuff so that that doesn't happen again. And
But yeah, it could definitely have like bigger ramifications with like larger studios, Disney.
Isn't Disney already in hot water enough? Like they always like somehow jump out of the pan into the fire and then into a bigger fire, and it's like fuck.
This isn't
throw
like,
money at it.
Like well, you know, like some of the implications on like the rule changes and stuff like that are how theaters bargain and you know get films from from distributors.
I still hate Disney.
And so I don't know, it's clear that, you know, some people are like really concerned that, you know, major studios may, you know, take advantage of some of the stuff to basically, you know, force smaller theater chains into having to play, you know, really unpopular you know, films that aren't selling and stuff like that, just so that they can play, you know,
Popular stuff.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like that. Play the unpopular stuff. I'm tired of this fucking popular bullshit. I want to be the cool kid who goes and sees the unpopular thing.
No, it's kind of like, okay, hey, we have this massive, you know, dud on our hands, and like
They're making no money.
But the thing is, like, it runs into, you know, the studios know that, you know, this film is not going to be successful and stuff like that, and then still forcing, you know,
Disney's notorious for that.
you know, companies to have to.
10 Cloverfield Lane.
That was actually not a bad movie.
That was a
I kinda enjoyed it.
fantastic movie that was going to be a dud until they slapped that fucking name on it.
And got John Goodman.
Well, they already had John Goodman.
That just saves every movie. Even that Captive State. I heard it wasn't good, but it made a fuck ton of money because he still gets asses and seats, man.
10 Cloverfield Lane was fantastic.
But yeah, I don't know. But the on top of that too, it could also hurt, like, you know, distributions of like other like, you know, smaller indie films and stuff like that, where, you know, normally there'd be like possibly like slots and stuff that'd be, you know, available to them. That could
There's less
easily-
slots available because the studios are making these deals.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like Disney for Endgame, if I remember correctly, theaters had to at least have 5 showings or something, right, Joe?
Oh, it depends on the property and like how like they negotiate their contracts. And
Yeah,
stuff
because
with,
there's
like,
something
different-
really bad and
But-
it fucked a lot of theaters over.
But like the thing is that, you know, it could easily like tear up like negotiations where, okay, say like, you know, Disney and Paramount and like Warner Brothers decide to, you know, essentially like price fix, you know, how they distribute their films and stuff like that. You know, could
Where
easily
they transfer their Trimmers 8 for me to buy.
It's all like, hey, you got Star Wars, but unfortunately you have to play Jack and Jill for, you know, 18 weeks.
Fuck.
And in between, you have to show.
And it has to be on your largest screen.
Jesus. How are they going to know what screen it's on?
Oh, they fucking
they
know.
know.
Trust me, they fucking know.
know.
I've had phone calls. Why is this one on the big
Yeah,
theater?
they
Oh, the
send-
theater's
they send-
being fixed by me right now. Well, it needs to fucking go back. And I'm like, okay, calm down, Disney. Fox was the only nice one because I remember when
they send out people every
yeah.
fucking where.
they send them and they can tell projectors are connected to the internet now. So it has a log of how many times it's being played. Seat numbers correct too? I thought so.
Seat numbers, all that shit.
Yeah, because I got a
Wow.
because I remember my
Disney,
famous
cool your jets.
Disney. The only one who's nice is Fox.
They're all like, we want our money.
Yeah.
Give us our money, you sack of shit.
Fox is the only one that I think was the nicest because I remember when Chris fucked up X-Men Days of Future Past, right? I don't remember which X-Men it was. He put it in the wrong theater and it was the small theater. And they were just like, why is there like, we had to move people over. It got real messy and Fox called the phone I had to carry around and they're just like, hey, what's happening? They're like, we can see it's being jumped around into smaller theaters. And I was like, someone fucked up everything and this is the only way we can do it. And they're like, okay. They're like, just fix it for the next showing. And I was like, thank you. Same shit happened to Disney with Frozen. Man, dude, they just kept calling me. They're like, no, you cannot put it in that theater. It's got to be the biggest. And I was like, there's only like 10 seat difference. They're like, no. And I was like, okay. I'll try my best.
Jesus.
Yeah, Disney was, dude, they were fucking savages about it.
And you're all buying Disney Plus this Christmas.
Not me. How's paying for Disney Plus, Joe?
I already paid for it for the year, so.
I heard they're giving away free yearly subscriptions right now because there's nothing there.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, some people got it for free. Someone at work got a year for free.
Well, that's only through Verizon.
Verizon. Yeah,
Nice.
if you switch to Verizon
Yeah, if
right
you switch
now.
to Verizon right now, they could
Yeah.
do
But I already have Verizon, so fuck you, Verizon.
I think you could talk them into doing it.
Hey, Verizon, what the fuck's my Disney
I
Plus?
think you have to add a new line to get the.
I'll just add a work line.
Tax write that bitch off. Just be poor for a while.
You're like, check out my new work phone. It's a Verizon. What's the
Flip phone.
Oh,
Razor,
dude, that thing looks dope
I
as
know.
fuck, actually.
Where like it's got the touch screen right there and then
Yeah.
it flips open. I think the only thing I'm annoyed by is that
Oh
bottom.
no, it has the classic Razor phone.
Yeah, that thing's
Design.
fucking sick.
I just don't know how you'd watch a video. I just because it's just got that line right down the.
It doesn't have.
It doesn't have
It
a
doesn't
line.
have one.
No.
It's not a problem on this screen somehow.
Yeah, they fixed what Samsung.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
Doesn't Samsung's fold this way, not that way?
Yeah, it was like a weird square.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought it turned into a tablet.
It turned into a weird
A
square.
little mini square tablet.
Dude, I
thing.
don't want those fucking phones.
I do. I want the Razor.
I'm fine with the Razor, but the one that's like phone, tablet, it's like no.
I
phones?
feel like if it looked a lot more like the one in Westworld, which
Yeah.
looks pretty fucking sick.
Where he's just like,
Where he's
and then
just
you
like,
could randomly
wow.
control robots. Bloop, 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 bloop.
That shit looked cool, but
Uh-huh.
like that's not where Samsung's at right now.
I think no one's at that right now.
Razor, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna add a work line, get myself some Disney Plus, watch The Mandalorian on my flip phone.
With Yoda, Yoda makes a return.
Oh, don't ruin it for him.
I've already seen the memes.
It's like there's memes
like a,
everywhere, dude.
there's baby,
baby.
fucking-
My favorite one where he's like, kill them all.
I don't understand any of the memes, but I've seen them.
That's the worst part. Is like I didn't understand them. Saw the episode, saw another meme, and I was like, oh, this is fucking gold.
I have to watch The Mandalorian.
Just ask
so-
Joe for your login. I gave you the login to NordVPN. Either watch it illegally or
You know, there's only so many hours in the day.
just
I've got a
go to the pirate. What is it called? Pirate Bay now.
I got a lot of green eggs and ham to binge watch.
It's fantastic. I think we're a little over an hour now.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah.
Should be good. We'll wrap it up, guys.
Good.
Watch the review of the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I
If you
wrote it.
haven't picked up Pokemon Sword or Shield,
Hopefully-
I recommend it.
do you
It's
think-
a lot of fun?
You can make a review video, Joe. I don't know if you can capture off the Switch though. That's my problem.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
If you want to start a GoFundMe so we can shoot this on a red camera,
Yeah, we should follow us on Patreon for
Follow us.
exclusive content. Is what we should be doing.
We don't have enough people until I go to the news station on Friday.
We should
Three
have it in
people
place
that
just in
watched.
case.
see you,
Thanks,
next,
Dad, for watching.
see you next week.
Bye.
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 Have a good night,
Aw.
afternoon, morning. Who knows? I don't know when you're listening.
Subscribe.
Please like, subscribe, and comment.
One like equals.
$1 to us. That's what Disney promised me.